Hello everyone and welcome back to Toxic Terrors. As always, I'm your host Mr.G. Today, we're talking about the deadly ocean pancakes. And I am not talking about the breakfast incident with Eric's house. That was just ugh. But I don't want to talk about that. Anyway, let's get into today's subject. Stingrays. Stingrays are rays that belong to the suborder Mylobaetoidae. Okay. Not only are they found in many oceans around the world, but some species are actually freshwater, living in tropical rivers. In fact, those freshwater ones can get absolutely huge. Like, have you ever seen them next to a person? It's honestly crazy. They're like the size of 2 people. But, okay, I'm getting off topic. Some stingrays have a pretty typical ray appearance, like what you'd think of, with the round body, but there are some species of stingray that are different. There's cow-nose rays, for example, named so because their front face looks like a cow's nostrils. These things kind of disturb me because it looks like they have 3 mouths. So, yeah, I don't not like looking at them. Then you got eagle rays, named so because at the front of their face there's a beak-like structure. But regardless of what they look like, each stingray has a very dangerous tail. You see, their tail is topped with a barb full of venom. And what do they do with this? Well, just look at their name. These are mostly used to scare off predators, and though the barb will sometimes become detached, they can grow it back, so it's not really a big deal. Although another defense mechanism they have, since most animals don't really like fighting, is to bury themselves in sand, since after all, you can't be eaten if you can't be seen. Unfortunately, these rays aren't invincible. Hammerhead sharks can both see right through their disguise and are immune to their venom. Also, they sometimes get preyed upon by orcas, but they're not immune to their venom, so they have to be careful when eating them. Also, some species of stingray actually migrate. They gather up in these beautiful swarms that just looks awesome. So, yeah. Alright, we only got 2 cards to look at today, so let's get into them. Okay, there's one thing about this card that I genuinely don't know what to do with it. It lists species as various, which is true. But I feel like they should have just put in the order stingrays belong to for simplicity's sake. But, like I just said, that's not really an inaccurate thing to say. So, I don't know what to do here. So, I'm just gonna ignore that. But, what I can deduct points for is the fact that the habitat never mentions freshwater stingrays. Yes, I am that petty, because if you're gonna confuse me, I'm gonna be nitpicky. Ha 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 ha. So, 9 out of 10. Okay, for some reason, the spotted eagle ray specifically has its own card. I have no idea why. You already have a stingray card. What's the point of this card? Did you not have enough things to fill out the monsters of the deep with? Because I don't see what the point of this is. They did the same thing with praying mantises. They had one for praying mantises in general, but then for some reason they gave 2 cards to praying mantis species. So, I don't get the thought process behind what animals are in this series sometimes. But, other than its confusing existence, I can't really find anything wrong here, so 10 out of 10. Alright, let's get to human relations. Oh boy. Okay, you can do this. You can do this. Okay, you can do this. Okay. So, first off, stingrays are featured in plenty of aquariums, in touch tanks, and things like that. They're really docile, and some places even let you feed them. Although, for obvious reasons, the stingrays here have their barbs snipped off so that they don't stab you. So, there's that. Personally, although I like stingrays, I don't really like touching them. They feel like soggy pancakes, and ugh, it just does not feel right. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people like this, but I'm not one of them. Now, stingrays are pretty rare in media. The only named one I can think of is Mr. Ray from Finding Nemo, who's a teacher to a bunch of schoolfish. He's a spotted eagle ray, but he's a bit too rounded out. They pretty much got rid of the beak-like structure eagle rays have, so there's that. Originally, I was going to go on a rant here about how all the reef fish just trust this guy to not eat their children, until I remembered that eagle rays only eat hard-shelled animals, so I guess everything's fine. Wait, doesn't this guy have crabs in his classes? Oh no. He returns in the sequel Finding Dory, where we actually see a stingray migration, so that's nice. As for how dangerous stingrays are, they're not really that bad. I mean, Yeah, if you get stung, you can end up with really bad nausea, but most people live. So, yeah, stingrays don't really have that high of a body count, all things considered. But, oh boy, we have to talk about this. Okay, that's enough beating around the bush. Let's talk about the most infamous thing that happened with a stingray. In 2006, famous animal enthusiast Steve Irwin was filming a documentary when a stingray stabbed him right in the heart, killing him very quickly. This event was tragic and is sadly what stingrays have become most famous for. Unfortunately, some people also took their grief too far, as in the following months there were reports of mutilated stingrays washing up on beaches. However, people close to Irwin condemned this, saying this is the exact opposite of what he would have wanted. So please don't kill stingrays out of revenge. It doesn't help anyone. Sorry if I sound bummed out. It's been nearly 20 years, but this still hurts. I'll see you guys next time when we talk about something lighter. Until next time, bye. R.I.P. Steve.